and I see a cute little mountain right, oh, hello lighting, right behind us. And from my understanding, the owners just said as long as we close any gates, we're allowed to wander. So I'm like, yes please. I got my camera. I'm gonna go see if I can take some photos while the sun's still setting. It's a little cold and very windy. I explored a little bit up that hill and then I went down the hill back the way I came, and I drove in to see some of the cows. They're so curious. I'm like walking along and they're just all watching me. I'm like, it's so sweet. Guys, we've made it to Yass for a little breakfast. It's a really nice lighting actually here too. We're gonna get a little brekkie from, I think it's called Trader & Co. And then go wander around and see what Yass has to offer. I'm deciding between like 4 things. Whereas I have like one thing on the menu that's not like in your face with eggs. Yeah. Good morning. It is our final day. No, not even day. Morning in Blackney Creek. We've spent it well. We had a little bit of a sleep in. You know, instead of getting up at like 6:30, we got up at 7.
Not even, I think it was like 6:45 as well.
We tried to sleep in. We're both very early risers.
But then, have you showed them the living situation?
The window. The window that is, and no curtains.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much when the sun rises, we rise. But Ash is making some pancakes for brekkie.
Yeah, I'm trying to. The equipment's not the greatest.
Yeah, we've definitely noticed that this is a beautiful location, gorgeous, but there's like
Typical Airbnb.
there's not many essentials to go around, so we're kind of just making do with what we got. Oh, we have to love. Okay, so we went into an art gallery yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful art gallery, Tiger Gallery in Yass. And we're walking around and like these are gorgeous paintings, and honestly if I had to spare like $1,000-$2,000, I'd probably buy one. Or if I don't have that mentality of I feel like I could do that myself, I'd probably anyway. We're standing there and the owner, I have a feeling he was the owner.
Yeah, he said he was.
Yeah. The owner of the art gallery and one of the workers started up a conversation with us. Best part of the story was the fact that the owner asked if either of us were artists, and Ash goes, she is.
Yeah, he looked at you. He looked at me like, oh yeah, are you artists? And I'm like, no. But she is, and she's like, nah. And then they talked about like all this vocabulary, and I'm like saying it like, what the hell?
Because he started being like, he was like, oh, show us some of your work. And I was like, no, I don't actually take photos of any of my works either. So it's not like I was lying in that regard. But then he's like, oh, like, what's your inspiration and all this? And I was like, oh, like, Fauvism and all this jazz. And I was just sitting there being like, whoa.
What are you talking about?
That's so funny. I'm just looking out to where we walked. I'm gonna see if I can point because that was a distance. So we started and walked this part of the paddock and we came all the way down here. There's a creek all along there, so we had to find a way. So we came through this fence here and then we walked to about down here and realized that there's no way to get across until you go all the way up and over to where the next fence starts. You can kind of see it. Hop over the creek around here, jump to that, walked all the way up the top to about, come on, where that fence, oh my god, where that fence starts. And then I walked all the way over to those trees and then came back. Bit of a distance, but I figured being in the car for the next however many hours, I kind of need a little bit of a walk. But it's been lovely. Gorgeous weather as well. Like, it's only really ever cold in the night. Like, unfortunately last night was really, really windy and I had a fire going, but it didn't really last because the wind was making it disappear a bit too fast. But other than that, no complaints. None. It was beautiful.